Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping well out there and you've had a fantastic weekend up to now. Well, hopefully, obviously it's a recorded show and we're on here at 7 p.m. today for the simple reason is we have loads of Premier League football going on after Grassroots football, and I wanted to get home and watch a few of the games. Yes, especially Liverpool versus Manchester United. No doubt we'll be talking about these games on Friday, young commentators, who we want to save all the action for them, because if Ben turns up and Dan, and also Jaden and Oliver, well, we'll have a really great show regarding these results. Now, will it go our way? Will it go Manchester United's way? Will it go Nottingham Forest's way or Everton's way? It's all hotting up, it's all starting to get very interesting indeed within the Premier League. Okay, yes, you can say it's Manchester City's or Arsenal's Premier League title. Anything can happen. I always believe, you've got to believe. I'm a Red, so I really do believe, and I believe, I'm hoping that we win. But yeah, I'm always believing that we'll win. But my forecast today is going to be Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 1, Liverpool 2, Manchester United 2. Now, believe me, I really do want Liverpool to win. I've asked a lot of people today at the grassroots football, this is, their verdict, their score, their prediction, and the majority have been 3-1 to Liverpool. I hope they are right, but United have had a massive run, haven't they, lately, you know, and we all say it's got to blow up, it's got to come to an end. Surely it has, you know, but you're beating Barcelona, you win the Carabao Cup, you know, or the EFL Carabao Cup. Yes, they won it, and at the end of the day, good luck to them. They beat Newcastle. They've had a really good run, I must admit. Now, hopefully, and if you excuse me with my cough, we can do a little bit of damage to their title run, because people are saying now Man United are in the title race. That was never predicted. My honest opinion, this year the league has just been totally upside down. I really don't know what's happened. How can teams perform the way they are doing after last season? And many of them have just got 1 or 2 players in. And then you look at the likes of Liverpool, we were going for 4 trophies last year. And boy, the way we've blown up and the way we played and the way the players, you can't say it's fatigue, it's tiredness. Dear me, I wish I could go in my job and say, listen, I'm fatigued, I've had a really busy year. You just have to bear with me, I'm going to slow myself down and you won't get 100% out of me this year. I'd be out the door, I really would. So, football, what's the difference? Is it, yeah, there you go, you're tired, you'll still get all your wages, don't worry about performing, you'll be okay. Well, anyone who has that same message as myself, you know, you're a footballer, get on there and start performing. That's my honest opinion. Everyone knows about that, you know, 100, 200, 300,000 per week. Wow, it's a pittance to what we get weekly, isn't it, for our total workmanship, non-stop, and we can't underperform in our work, in our workplace, unfortunately. And if we do, get out the door or you don't get paid. It's as simple as that. No excuses, not one excuse, and we have a busy life to lead as well. There you go, my honest opinion. So get on with it, start performing. That's what you're paid to do. You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's a lot of money. I wish I was a footballer, really do. Anyway, what can you do? There we go, the predictions are 2-2 for me and 1-1 for Forest. Man United, Liverpool. I'm just hoping, you know, that we can turn it on and perform. There's no excuse why we can't. There really isn't. You can't make excuses. All the players have been rested right the way through from last year. We've had the burden of injuries. Yes, that's about it, you know what I mean. But the players are coming back now. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Luis Diaz on the bench for us. I really wouldn't. Can he make a massive impact if he comes on? Yes, and it might change my way on the scoreline. But at the moment, without him, that's what I'm predicting. Anyway, going back to grassroots football, we had a lovely weekend. We were at North Liverpool GFL yesterday. The team won comfortably yesterday, and they won again today under Quarry Green Pumas comfortably today as well, and it's great. The attitudes of the kids were fantastic. 2 9 AM kickoffs. I think they're getting used to it now, and they're performing, and I don't think the adults are getting used to 9 o'clock kickoffs, not in a million years. But no, massive thanks to all our parents for Club DXTL FC, who have all sponsored me to do the Yorkshire Three Peaks 12-hour challenge. We're talking to Cole Fulton today, he's up for it as well. He's going to have a go, and why not? The 24-mile around trip, but it's up, down, and some climbing in between. Can we do it? It's going to be really, really tough, but if we start training now, fantastically well, can we do it? And talking about training, I can't at the moment because I have a little bit of a chest infection and a cough. Don't know where I've got it, really don't. Picked it up from somewhere, and apparently there's a lot of people having it. All the kids had it weeks ago, and now it's passing on to all the adults. So fingers crossed I can keep myself motivated to get through work this week and look forward to another big week with the kids in grassroots football. The games are coming thick and fast. So we're in the final on the 21st of May. What final that be? Quarry Green Pumas versus DK Abbey, I think it is. I'm sure that's the final. Yeah, we're looking forward to that one. Tough game. I think we're top of the league on that one, just by 2 points, so it's all to play for. As they say, it's grassroots football, it's kids football, love it, smiles on the faces. I do love the kids enjoying themselves, I really do, and the last couple of days the kids have been smiling, and hopefully that's not just because they're winning. It's the way they are, the way they support each other, the way they're getting on together. I think it's fantastic. It is lovely to see, and shaking hands with all the other teams as well. It's looking good, and that's what we want. Kids shaking hands at the end of it. Coaches, managers, keeping together and making a difference within grassroots football. And especially towards our referees, Refspect on and off the field of play. And what I saw today, it was thin on the ground. And I think that's because you have a lot of Everton fans going towards Nottingham Forest, and a lot of Liverpool fans preparing for the visit of Manchester United and Anfield, and that's what it was. So I think that's why it was thin on the ground. Loads and loads of ladies there watching the kids today, and I was talking to quite a few of them who were all preparing for Sunday dinner. We should have gone there. 1 PM, 1 PM. I was invited to dinners. Oh my God, what have I got to do? Anyway, no, football for me on a Sunday. I'd rather go without my Sunday dinner and watching games like this. Anyway, well done to all the kids, referees, young Jack there as well, committee members over the weekend, done fantastically well. Excuse me for my coughs, but I think you'll just have to put up with it. Lucky enough, you're not going to catch it. You just watch me on DXTL TV from the touchlines on YouTube, or on listening to me on SoundCloud and Mixcloud. And if you want to subscribe, by the way, on YouTube, please do so. It's free. By subscribing, it just means that you get messages to say that we're putting another show on, and we'll do that all week, all weekend. And don't forget, we've got a massive tournament. We've also, well, first of all, we've got this, I put a GoFundMe page on. I'm supposed to give you the link, but I'll have to shorten the link to get it right. If you just go on GoFundMe, it's the Yorkshire Three Peaks Hearts of Gold. We're doing that to kids with mental health and also deprived children, disadvantaged children. And thank you very much to Eddie, who donated, our first donator on GoFundMe. Hopefully there'll be a few more. So if you see me passing that around and sharing it, yeah, it's great. Let's get behind the lads and lasses. I think Karen is going to be doing it. Be in touch with Karen to see if she's going to be doing this challenge. 16th, 17th and 18th. I want to say, no, 17th of August is the day of the challenge, and we're coming back on the 18th. So it's going to be a really tough one. I know it is this time, and I'm debating whether to put boots on or trainees on. Yes, so fingers crossed, as they say, fingers crossed we'll be able to master it, challenge it, and do what we can to help to raise funds, as we say, for the kids there within grassroots football. There's a lot of kids there children, disadvantaged children that we can't help at the moment, but we want to do something to try and help them. You've seen our challenges. We've done a walk and a run, a marathon run from Warrington to Liverpool, and we raised money for a young lady suffering from cerebral palsy and needed the money for an operation. I don't think she's had the operation yet, and we'll find out on feedback, but we raised £3,500 there for young Emily, so it was a lot of money, and we're proud of ourselves for doing that with our Heart of Gold initiatives. There was another one where we raised I think £1,800 or something like that for a young girl who was wounded by a stray bullet not so long ago in Liverpool, and we're raising as much as we can to try and keep kids playing football, you know, because they need football kits, they need boots, and we want to try and help those disadvantaged children if we possibly can. So if you can help us out on our GoFundMe page or on our sponsor form, I've nearly done, I think it was nearly 200 have reached, and I've only started that yesterday. I was made up. I've got a target of 500 obviously, and on the GoFundMe page as well. If plenty of people can donate for us, that would be absolutely fantastic, honestly. I'd be over the moon, and I couldn't thank you enough. I'll give you all a mention. A lot of people don't want to mention. We have a lot of anonymous people who donate, and we're looking forward for them donating this year as well. And as I say, we're really going for it. We've got the tournament coming up, the Refspect National Tournament from Don't Cross the Line. 20 years we've been working hard with the campaign, and we've been doing good, and we're keeping referees within the game, officiating and attracting more referees towards the game. Without our campaign, I do think it'd be absolutely boring grassroots football, and we talk to a lot of referees who respect and applaud us for the work that we do for them. And why not? Because they are the targets in the football games, aren't they? Yes, when we say targets, that referee blows the whistle, and it could be mayhem from the sidelines before you know it, and it's vice versa. One sideline will be all for them, one sideline all against them, vice versa. Whenever the referee blows the whistle, everyone will disagree with the referee's decision. What did he or she see there? You know, but you're entitled to your opinion. But if you have got an opinion, keep it to yourself, or keep it very, very low indeed. You don't have to shout and scream towards the referee saying that they've made the wrong decision. And you've always got the option to take up the whistle yourselves. Go to your local county FA and ask them when the referees course are available, because you can do better than every referee that you've seen. It's as simple as that. And I'll guarantee you, once you take up that whistle and you start your first game, people will be against you. Why? Because that's the way society is. People see it their way, not your way. So always remember that when you're out and about and you take up that whistle from the sidelines, you'll always hear comments, regardless of what they are, whether they're good, whether they're bad. We've got to make do with it, and a referee has to be thick-skinned as well, especially in the adult game, because I've been to one or two adult games, and boy, that is where you know that you are absolutely unbelievable, you referees, to take what you hear and what you take on off the field of play is just unbelievable, and how long you've been doing it. I'm just amazed with referees there. So we try and keep our young referees within the game. I'm going to do a bit of a photo shoot with 2 or 3 referees next week for our new poster, for our 20th anniversary poster, yes, for Don't Cross the Line and our Refspect campaign. I apologise for this, it's horrible having an itchy cough, isn't it? Dear me, this will be gone by next week. I'll be raring to go, and I want to do a bit of training as well. I've got my hire car, albeit it's doing the job, but I'm not used to it at the moment. I could do without it. Can't wait to get my own car back. It's a little bit higher, not as low as what I've got now, and as low. Yeah, take that any way that you want to take it, but anyway, to get me around, to get me to and from work, but I wasn't really bothered anyway. Well, I was, because I wanted something for it, but I was walking to work, and I was walking to football last week as well. It didn't bother me. It was keep myself fit, and I'm saying keep myself fit, and I go and pick this up when I was been walking everywhere. Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, wherever you are, remember, no ref, no game, don't cross the line. We are here for Don't Cross the Line to make a difference. We want to bring people together, and we have been bringing people together within the community since 2003, and that means committees, managers, players, parents, you name it, everyone we've been bringing together in the communities, and there's not many people who've got a bad word to say about the work that we do on and off the field of play. It does make a difference, we are making a difference, and we know the referees will believe in us when we approach irate parents or managers for that matter and have a little chat to them, because we don't go gung-ho, we don't go out there saying you pack that in, we've always got an answer. And 20 years, 40 years of experience in grassroots football, 20 years with the campaign, got a lot of experience on and off the field of play. So I want to bring that to the forefront, and that's why I'm bringing in our tournament, which is on the 26th, 27th, 28th of August. That's the last bank holiday weekend, and all the kids are back to school then, and also they start their new league, so they're up ready to go, and our tournament is just about ready for them. We get them out to a 3-day tournament while Mum gets all the clothes in and gets everything spanking new, ready for the kids to start their new schools, or ready for the kids to just go back to school anyway. So we're doing you a big favour on there. Now the tournaments will be on the 26th, which is on the Saturday, and it'll be 9 till 1. The reason we're doing that, because you might have a Liverpool-Everton game. It's at Jeffrey Hummel, by the way, and you can get off, no doubt, unless it's a 12:30 kick-off. But yes, the teams will have 100 minutes of football, so you'll have 10-minute games, and anyone can win these 10-minute games. And believe me, the tournament will be pretty tough indeed. Teams will come in who want to win these trophies, we know that. So we wouldn't just advise a team that's just starting off to go into their league, which incidentally, under 7s this year will be under 8s next year. So take that in mind and bear that in mind. We're not going to have teams who are just making teams up just to come in and take part in the tournament. Everyone will be affiliated. That will be your team name, what you're registered with the county FAs, and you will be playing that tournament with your name and affiliated players. So bear that in mind. The closing date is May the 5th, 6 p.m. The reason we're doing it early, because we've still got months, because we do know that it'll be full by then. Under 7s is practically full, and we haven't really advertised it yet. People have been in touch with me, got loads of messages to get back to, and if you're interested, you have to be nominated. That means you have to have good parents on the sidelines. You have to be recommended by your junior league, which we'll be in touch with, who you play for, and also your local county FAs will be in touch to see if there's been any problems with yourselves. And the county FA and the FA will no doubt be available and at our tournament as well. And we are hoping for a bit of publicity as well, because it's our 20th anniversary with Refspect. Don't cross the line, no ref, no game. What more could we say? It's a campaign that brings people together, and we want to work with all grassroots organisations to make a difference from the sidelines and on the field of play as well. We want to keep our referees within the game, officiating, and we want to keep kids playing, we want to keep kids happy, and if we can, we want to try and keep the prices down in grassroots football. We don't need to price teams out of the game itself. We've got a well-run club, we're building on it. We're going to have an under 7s next year as well as an under 8s, so I'm in touch with the team today to get some training going, and we're going to build the club as we go along and build it with our own coaches as well. So we'll have one-to-one sessions with level 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, and maybe UEFA coaches getting involved with us also. So it's a club to be reckoned with, and we've got a cracking little team there, under 7s at the moment, going into under 8s. We will be participating in the North Liverpool JFL again next Saturday, and we'll be under Quarry Green's banner on the Sunday as well, under Quarry Green Pumas, doing rather well there as well. So what a team, fantastic team. You have to come and watch us if you've not seen us before. The kids are immaculate, I must admit. Okay, that's it, we're flowing. We've come to the end of our show, so fingers crossed that Liverpool have done the business by the time you watch this show and beaten Manchester United. We could do it to 3 points. We've had 4 clean sheets at the moment, hoping for a 5th. Can't see it for some reason, but why not? If Liverpool are back, then Man United, beware. We owe them anyway, don't we? Revenge is sweet, as they say. How they beat us at Old Trafford, I'll never know, because we just didn't turn up there. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening, but we will be back on Friday evening with our young commentators. And as I say, that show should be rather interesting. All the talk about the Premier League games. And could Everton have got themselves out of it? Could they have done well at Forest? Liverpool, could they have another 3 points? Remains to be seen. We'll bring on Real Madrid if we can beat Manchester United on a high. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line and Refspect programme. Have a great evening, and our hearts of gold. Don't forget that one. We'll see you on Friday evening with young commentators. So have a great evening. Good night, God bless.